you're a little girl.
You could pipe down. I'm TT. So that's canon.
You know what it's really giving? It's giving a sacred text, Atlanta Housewives, when she's like, I can't remember her name now, but she's like, I'm me from CAU. Yeah. It's great.
I love Black women.
Yeah.
to every camera. My God. I'm grateful. I'm thankful. We are so back. We'll be talking about this a little bit more in like, a couple minutes, but we're going to go deep on Love Island.
Yes.
Sorry to that one commenter that was like, enough of Love Island.
Girl, get on the winning team. You're TT.
Yeah, this is our podcast. We're going to talk about whatever, okay? So we're talking about Little Love Island, little like another kind of pop girl check-in, I guess.
Yeah. Some Olivia, what's that girl's name that you love?
Gracie Abrams.
Yeah, I was going to say gap in her teeth. Yeah.
God forbid a bitch have a gap.
Well, and her center, her little middle part, her little paper boy.
I like the...
Hello, governor.
And then
haircut.
A little pop girl wedding.
Two weddings, in
weddings.
fact. Dua Lipa and Taylor Swift's wedding. And then Club Chalamet assailed in Paris. You can
So kind of
that.
all the hot topics. Yeah. Oh God, I can't wait to get into Love Island. I got a few things to say.
Well, first, go on. I was going to say a preview. I want to hear your top 3 girls and your bottom 3 boys.
Of course. Top 3 girls. This will probably be obvious. Ours will probably be the same.
Yeah.
So that's Trinity's Island, by the way. That's not Love Island. That's Trinity's Island. Okay, let's start there. I'm glad I called it early because at first I was like not really into the show and I was like, but Trinity is keeping me there. I was like, something about a DMV baddie. And we see that pop out. In that
we do.
I love don't mess with a bitch from the DMV, just by the way. I made that mistake one time, learned my lesson. But Trinity's number 1 spot for me. Then I would say Melanie, especially in this. Yeah.
Okay,
Melanie,
interesting.
she before early episodes, no. Now, Melanie Hive, she rides for her sisters in a way that like is actually deeply moving and emotional to me.
Okay.
And then number 3, I wish I could give it to Anaya, but it's fully Kata.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. I like the girl that fights. Okay, wait, who are your top 3 girls?
Our lists are very similar. Number 1, Trinity, of course. How can you not love Trinity? And I saw this earlier in the season. Someone shared a photo of Janae and Serena talking during their season. And it's like, this is when they were pregnant with Trinity. And it's like, oh, I love Trinity so much. She's so funny. And the way that she is so like giggly around Bryce, it's really giving like real love.
Oh, we're gonna
we'll get into it.
Give me your
Number 2 is Kata. Number 3 is Melanie. The only thing gets me that like pushes Kata a little bit over the top is that she is so strict. Like she is not taking any like that is a woman from Boston.
Yeah,
she's not taking any disrespect. Even with her extensions not right. I don't care. Let her live her life. Also, like she's always has like a cute dress on.
I will say, Kata, where's she from again? Technically,
she's from Boston, I think.
But like a New Hampshire.
Sure. Oh, probably. Yeah.
I think. Yeah. But there's this video of all the girls with Ariana like busting it down, like dropping it low. And Kata, it's nice to see a woman's Achilles heel because I was like, oh, ain't nothing
she
moving,
can't
girl.
Dance. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, if Kenzie's out doing the doer, we got to call you in. But it's a beautiful thing to be a Black woman and not be able to like throw ass appropriately. I think that's fine.
Yeah, we see each other. No, but I like Melanie a lot, and she's grown on me certainly. But I'm a bit like, okay, girl, get up. Like
the Sincere stuff is tough.
I want her and Sincere to work. I do like Sincere a lot. However, okay, bottom 3 boys.
Bottom 3 boys in this order. Sincere.
Okay.
Corbin.
Okay.
That's tough for me, actually. Part of me was like, Corbin's is so stupid that I almost respect it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I actually have to honor it a little bit. Like, Sincere to me, though, I love the jokes of him being like, that's not his name. That's not how he acts. He don't act like his name. But I think he believes his lies. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's not, like, malicious. He's just, like, dumb. That's kind of the thing with most of the boys.
Yeah.
Except for bottom, fucking C. Casey, if I catch you outside... I'm on my way. And didn't I say this a few episodes ago where I was like, I was about to say nigga, damn. Never trust a Black man from California.
Just like Alana. Keep that in, that's funny.
I know. Us trying to censor ourselves. Whatever, YouTube. Sorry, YouTube, okay? I know we're not supposed to curse, but we have to do it. But niggas from California are sinister. Let me tell you that. They're always they're always like the ego thing that didn't surprise me. I was like, I don't trust you.
But ego from where? That's the thing I don't
They just
understand.
think it's a sun damage. It's being too out in the sun. That's what I think. But I've never hated a man more. He's outdoing Ace in a crazy way.
Whoa. Now hold on.
Well, they got you last time. Hunter stood by Ace in a way that
I believed it when I felt it.
You stood by Ace the way TT stood by Casey when they were like handing his ass to him.
Well, listen, if I see a black man that's a Leo, I have to do my part.
Obama just said, thank you.
That could be me in another life. A little light-skinned terrorist, Leo man.
Wait, and also there's I wonder what sign Casey is. I'm sure it's in the app somewhere. But the Still I Rise back tattoo.
Girl.
So let's be fucking for
too
real.
much. My bottom three, Casey. At the lowest is Casey. Just above Casey is Corbin. Mm-hmm. Corbin, GPT. And then Caleb. Caleb doesn't do anything for me. Girl, the country boy.
Me. Who's Caleb?
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
I saw this graphic that was who has like gotten the most followers since they've been in the villa.
Yeah.
Girl, Caleb, and what was that girl's name? Jen?
They've gotten the most followers?
No, they've gotten the least.
Oh, well, yes.
Of course.
Yes.
They are giving like NPC. Like, I don't know who they are or where they came from, or it's not doing anything for me. Well, are you looking for a safe space for your secret celebrity opinion?
Do you need someone who understands your latest internet obsession?
We're decade-long best friends who connect over fussing
and discussing
all things pop culture.
We're your first stop after that TMZ push alert. From Higher Ground Audio, I'm Peyton Dix.
And I'm Hunter Harris.
And this is Lemme Say This.
And I've been saying this, actually.
I got a lot to say, actually.
Let me say this. Let me say this.
Well, devil, thy name is Casey.
That was scripture?
My scripture. The book of Hunter Harris.
Me thinking it's a real Bible quote for some reason. I'm like, is that in there? You know I don't know shit about that. Okay, what were your immediate reactions to seeing the boys arrive at Casa? Specifically, Casey.
Girl, my whole thing was like, they're not going to do shit. Zach is in love with Bryce. Bryce is in love with Trinity.
That love triangle.
Yeah, I mean, the other boys, I'm like, of course Corbin is going to be outside. Of course Casey's gonna be outside. But I was really disgusted when Casey was like, I've got aura here. Like, what's up with the girls back in the villa? I'm like, no. If every girl doesn't like you, that's a you problem. Yeah. That's not a them problem. Yeah. And I don't like the way that the girls in the villa were kind of playing into that. Parmita said like, oh, they're like little girls. Like, we're 25 and over, blah, blah, blah. I was like, girl.
I hate that rhetoric. When you are 3 to 4 years older than someone, it's so like the senior at high school that you're friends with that's like, hi, baby, because you're like in 9th or 10th grade. We're in the same grade.
Yeah.
Your brains are both still developing.
Yeah.
I'm like, let that go. Yeah, I had posted like the most disrespected person in America is the Casa Amor girl because they do treat them like harlots, right? And the way we talk about them is heinous. We're all part of the problem.
Yeah.
But then they kind of showed their ass. I was like, ooh, archive.
Yeah,
uh-oh.
and then it turns out to be correct.
I was like, okay, so a few apologies are owed to the like original Love Island girls, but it was pretty dire for me. I will say though that actually one of the most disrespectful moments to me, I mean, there's plenty to pick from with Casey, but when he just starts slapping the girl that got kicked off.
Oh, Alana, yeah.
Alana's ass when she was, it's like, wait, you are not entitled to touch her body unless she like starts to invite you into that. It's like, you really genuinely thought you were at the strip club. And you also, did you forget cameras are on you? You were on a TV show. Like,
no, he doesn't care. He doesn't care. He'll do it with cameras on, cameras off. He doesn't care. But I will say, yes, the Alana thing, well, okay.
What?
Alana said separate but equal. Alana walked into that little whatever drum circle lap dance kumbaya.
Drum circle.
And that's what they were all drumming their laps.
Yeah.
And she at first it was like, huh?
Yeah.
But then when KC grabbed her ass, I was like, okay.
Really hated that.
Low key, you don't know her like that. Yes, it's a challenge. Yes, it's Love Island, but you can't really do that.
It was presumptuous and like,
yes.
It was entitled and presumptuous, and I hated that. Yeah.
But then by the time she gets, it's like she gives all the white guys lap dances, gets the black guys, Casey pisses her off, and then she just like does a little like shake for sincere. That was I'm like, good. Girl, you are giving Ruby Bridges standing outside of school. You're like, don't let her in my school. She doesn't need to learn to read. That's what you're giving.
She literally, it felt like Casey reminded her she was racist. You know what I mean? Like he slapped her ass and she was like, oh,
listen,
wait. Yeah.
Many such cases.
That was, wait, hold on. No, it was really insane. That was nasty. And like, but like Corbin being like, okay, get to work was like, he just, that didn't surprise me, didn't shock me. I knew he was going to turn it out, and I knew Low-key Kenzie was going to turn it out too. Like, their toxic thing is, unfortunately, so funny to me. I have to have a laugh.
Well, I do like Kenzie greeting Megan Thee Stallion with a split.
One thing Kenzie's going to do, split. She's going to hit that split, and I found her so annoying until I was like, listen, as a bitch with a dance background, who makes it everyone's problem, I stand with her.
Yeah.
Because you know me, I'd be like, photo, leg. Like, why not? Why not? Show off a little extension.
Why not? Yeah.
But I will say, like, not to be that girl, but I'm about to be that girl.
Oh, Lord.
I need her hips more equal in her split. Like, she's sitting in her split and she's falling out of it.
You know what? I've been
Her
thinking the
hips
exact
need to sit
same
straight.
thing.
Well, because, you do yoga, you do Pilates. It's like you actually
Girl,
know.
I made that up. No, I haven't been thinking that.
And me being like,
Got her.
yes, you got me. Nasty. But Corbin did get me though when he was like, I don't know, Kenzie probably hitting the split somewhere. And she was.
And was.
No, he ate her up with that. I'm sorry, I had to laugh.
But
Like,
that's how they know each other.
They
know each other so
do.
well. And she was
Yeah.
like, I know he's already forgotten about me.
But-
sure had.
Corbin and Parmita though are low-key a match made in hell. Like complimentary. I'm like, you both are maybe a little brain dead, and that's beautiful.
More than a
actually.
little. No, one of my friends called it ChatGPT and Claude in conversation. They're like, you're so pretty.
That's
you're so
beautiful.
hot.
We have
you have
so
a great
much in
body.
common.
So do you. Blah, blah, blah. And they were DMing before. The whole thing is like weird.
That was messy. Wait, you know what was messy and I totally forgot about?
What?
Even though, thank God she's off now, but Alana having made out with Zach's brother and then saying that, and then, no offense, Zach, get up. That was still your pick after that?
Well, there weren't many options for Zach. And he was,
Concerned about Bryce.
concerned about Bryce and concerned about Kada.
Yeah. More concerned about Bryce.
Yeah, well, but it's like it's become like a joke now. Like the editors totally see it.
Of
They're
course.
always hugging up on each other.
Of
They're
course.
always
They're always
cuddling
dry
together.
humping.
It's so funny to me. I genuinely do see it for them.
No, I love it. I love when boys act like that. I love when boys get a little fruity with it. It's so refreshing.
Yeah, one of my friends said that Bryce, as a male model, is like used to that sort of camaraderie between like other male models, and Zach just isn't, and so he's like taking it super personally, and he's like just has an anxious attachment style.
That is so true. I really do think he is jealous of Trinity and their connection, though. It's so
I think
funny.
he is, because he's like, well, whenever he got into a fight with Kada about going to talk to Bryce, I'm like, girl.
You know what's funny is like the gay bi allegations have now like crossed over to the girls because like they
because someone was kissing during.
a few people were kissing actually.
during
A
that
few
challenge.
ladies were locking lips, but I think I was like, all love. Everyone is bare minimum bi to me, but I do think that people forget like how gay straight girls are. You ever been to a sleepover? Well, I had different intentions, but I do think like a lot of girls just be kissing. Straight girls just love to kiss. Like that's just like the more gay thing you could do is like sit with someone and hold court for a while. Like real Tony Soprano tease is like that's a real lesbian. That's a real bisexual. Kissing that's child's play.
I hold court every day.
You really do actually.
I
So I'm
do.
saying closer to bi.
I'm holding court right now.
Close-
We could say. Speaking of court, I had jury duty. Can you believe
Oh,
that?
wait, I forgot about that.
I know.
How'd it go? Was it fun?
I was released. Stay of
Oh.
execution. I got to go home after. I was home in time for lunch, girl. It was.
Wait, that's kind of
amazing.
fab. I don't know if you're gonna love this or hate this, but there's this like Office episode where Stanley is like, I love going to court. All I do is sit in air conditioning and judge people all day. And I was like, that's Hunter's dream scenario. Like that's literally. I was like, but you would love. What is it called? Jury duty. Yeah. You would love jury duty. I would think that. So hopefully get
I
called
know,
back
but
in.
I had a hair appointment. I was like, I gotta get out of here.
Okay, well that's different.
Okay, we can take it back to my two top girls in the villa:
Yeah.
Al Qaeda and Osama Trin Laden.
Yo, us low key. Because one thing, Hunter, you cross me once, Hunter's gonna beat your ass. I'll tell you that. Even if she's mad at me, she'll just be like, like it's beautiful. When there's a moment that was so lovely when Trinity was like, can I say something? And Kata looks at her and goes, say it. In a way that was like, oh, they are activating each other. It was, when they tore Casey
Parmita.
and
Oh, yes.
and,
Well, Parmita. Listen, She was going into the lion's den. Like, Kata being like, and you like that? And you want that?
she was like,
Loved it.
Better.
Loved it.
I want better for you, sister. Oh, it's so nasty.
But Anaya and KC, okay.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Anaya? Her, like, arc this this season with Casey?
I struggle because her body is the most tea. I mean, all their bodies are tea, but her body is so tea. Her beat, I want to fix it because she's everything there. She's so beautiful.
Yeah.
I think she's like not doing her makeup the way I would want her to do her makeup. But I feel like maybe because I was so distrusting of Casey from the start, I was so excited when Carl came into the mix and like them playing volleyball together. I wanted more for her. I want her to want more for her.
Yes, agreed.
But you know, like we all have that friend that's low-key like, maybe they just gotta go through it.
Yeah.
She's not gonna get herself up.
And there's always that one boy where you're like, oh, I guess I'll just keep my fingers crossed. And it's like, girl.
Sometimes there's a girl that'll be like, you know.
The worst part to me was like Casey fully came back with TT. And then he's like, oh, telling the group, I just felt like, no one was there for me. No one was behind my door. Trinity's
He's
like, we
so
didn't
mad
know
about that.
you. Like, okay. And then Anaya saying, oh, wait, he's writing me off. I'm like, girl, what other indicator did you need?
Movie night's gonna be treacherous, I will say that.
But I feel so bad because I do think that Anaya was mostly crying because she realized that she made a fool of herself.
Yeah,
Which, you know, she didn't. I understand, like, longing, yearning. But, girl, what other sign do you need?
It feels like, I mean, between him and Sincere, it feels like so in their faces and everyone is telling them exactly what they need to know and they're still not making informed or better decisions about it. They're just, like, cycling it back. But, yeah, I felt bad because I was like, oh, this is, it feels deeply humiliating. And, like, you know, many of us have been in similar scenarios, but it wasn't on live TV. So
yeah, and the fact that he was laughing about it with TT after that with the other Casa girls, but then again, that's like what makes him so nefarious to me. Not that he would find a new connection, that's fine. Yeah, but the way that he's like, oh, I've got way more game here. Like I'm just like, you can say I like these girls better without having to demonize the girls, the OG girls back in the villa. And that's really what he was doing.
Yeah. And I feel like the way he was talking about her, the way he was talking about his whole experience in the villa was he's the most self-centered piece of shit. Like, I'm like, I think the thing that I struggle with, I'm like, you also, like, you have no mirror to yourself and no one's also telling you about yourself. Yeah. Like, it's so odd to me that all the boys are, like, kind of co-signing his bad behavior.
Well, I think that they know, though, that Anaya's going to have to... Someone has to tell her, and Casey has been telling her. Yeah. So...
What did you think about the vocal stem of TT's? You little girl. So, and then pipe down. I'm TT.
But, like, her shoulder, too.
No, her
like,
thug stance. Like, she was in her... Not thug stance, excuse me. Her stud stance. I was like... Oh, she got a strap and I know it goes crazy. But Casey being there like this, just like twirling his hair. Grow up, get up. You're grown, just nasty.
No, and I did appreciate that Kata and Trinity were like, no, we want to hear from him. Yeah. He's the one that we're mad at. And even later when talking to all the Casa girls, we don't really care about you. We don't have a problem with you. You guys are all beautiful, whatever. But there have been lies told that he needs to be held accountable for. Absolutely. And if you don't have a problem with that, Pramita and Corbin, that's on you.
Wait, I saw on Twitter people saying that they edited Melanie out because there's a shot of Sincere during that debate and Melanie would have been on either side of him and she's not there. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did, but I don't know. She wasn't that active during that discussion.
I think, well, I guess like
they cut her out completely.
Well, people were saying like alleging that maybe she was so activated or like stood up or like was trying to throw hands, but I'm like, that's just good TV. They would have kept that in. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. And it also shocks me because she is someone who's like so deeply in the best way emotional and occasionally reactive. So I would have thought that she would have been more engaged in that conversation or had more to say.
Yeah, I can see that. However, I don't see her standing up and like getting out of her seat. Yeah, because also, and if we're gonna cut anything, Huda last season, I don't mean to bring that into the space. She was running around that villa like she was haunting it. And they didn't cut any of that out? Right. Okay.
Let's see. I was just like, oh, I wonder maybe what happened because she definitely wasn't in that shot. But anyway, I was just curious what you thought about it.
Speaking of someone who was cut though, Alana, the Casa girl who was ex-connection was like left the villa because videos of her singing the N-word along to a rap song, Snapchat screenshots of her using the N-word casually. Well, she says those were doctored, but she said the video was real and she apologized for it. She said
it really. See the video?
Yeah, of course. She said it really sucks that no one got to see my real personality.
Her doing that, like that's what you think sucks, like
totally.
But her doing an apology video with like her titties out.
Yep.
Sorry, like that's that's camp. Like, that's hilarious.
Not a lot of apology videos where you're wearing like a zip up little hoodie and a push up bra.
That's low-key, like, taking notes for the time that I will need to apologize.
And listening, learning.
Yeah.
That really did send me over the edge.
No, it was crazy.
But go on.
I was just saying she was so monotone the whole time too, in the way that I was like, okay, so contractually you had to do that. It just felt like, okay, there's a gun behind your head and you're saying these words and then just get out of my screen. And I didn't like the way that she was talking to that girl being like, what's your major? Film. Well, as two graduates of Emerson College, it could get a little niche. What were you studying? Screenwriting, cinematography, could have been anything. She was talking down to that girl.
She was like bratty to me. Everything about her seemed bratty and seemed like she was too good for it. And even her angel costume when she's coming in, I'm like, you can't like truly choose a struggle. You can't be USC being bitchy about being a film student and racist and
pick a struggle. Yeah.
And, not really do your blush. Like, nah, come on.
Yeah, she's a little bobbleheaded to me too. Not to talk about women's bodies, but I guess I just did. Shaking like that is crazy. Who's your like number one like pick at the moment? Like what couple? Bryce and Trinity?
Yeah, Bryce and Trinity, of course.
Yeah.
Although I do think, I know people were saying, I really got emotional watching Bryce and Trinity reunite. I know. And the fact that they were both wearing yellow was just so sweet.
The first time I stood up for a white person in buttered yellow again was me watching Bryce jog it back over to Trinity.
He was so like, that was so sweet. I know people say that they're scamming, that they're not really together.
I don't think so.
But I think that they really are.
Someone was like, I saw the Tubi movies they were in. They're not acting, I'll tell you that. Hilarious.
I love that. But I do really like Kata and Zach. Zach coming back after Casa, to me, some people were saying, his connection in Casa left, so he didn't really have a choice, which, but he wasn't into Alana anyway. And you could see, and so could she see that as well. Like, there was never going to happen.
And they were all great Gatsby with it, looking out over the water, just like thinking about their girls.
They had that green light on, girl. And the eyes of Dr. O.G. Eccleston, that sees it all. I don't know if that's his name.
You can tell me anything.
Fine.
I kind of skimmed that book, if we're being honest.
Love the movie. See the movie? Yeah,
of course. I love that this was addressed on After Sun, hosted by Sierra and Tuffy. Go girl. But there was a comment that I forgot who asked it, where they're like, "Is the kissing like so disgusting? Like, is your mouth so dry?" Because every time I see them make out, I'm like, not only is the kissing disgusting to me, I'm like, damn, y'all use your full face all the time? That feels really nasty. But I think, like, you're sitting in the sun, you don't seem like you eat besides fucking pancakes in the morning, and, like, your breath probably stank. Like, making out like that over and over and over again with so many mouths seems heinous, but I guess they, like, keep a bunch of Listerine on
I
deck.
saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, I have to know, like, it can't be sexy. It doesn't look sexy. I don't think it could be sexy, not only just doing that in front of so many people, your peers, but also like that many mouths. Like, it gets to a point. It's pride, I know, but like, enough.
No, I clutch my pearls a little bit. Yeah. Only because if those challenges take so long to watch, imagine how long they take to film.
Yeah. Ugh. And then sitting in all that goo and oh my God, I just
sitting
know
it's
in a
so
full
sticky.
beat,
hair done, and then all this just sticky stuff all over you. I don't like it.
Fast forward through the challenges?
Sometimes, if the mood strikes.
Honestly, I just fast forward through the white on white couples. I'm like, I don't care.
I don't care about Caleb. I didn't remember his name.
Caleb and also, but Jen and what's the other girl? Kenzie. Sometimes I'd be watching Kenzie just because she's
Kenzie's
good
funny.
TV.
Gaul, I don't care about Gaul. I don't care about whoever Kenzie's with right now. Whatever.
But you know what? Okay, say what you want about my girl Kenzie. At least she's consistent. She gonna keep one. She gonna have one man on her arm and another right behind her.
Yeah.
Like even if it messes with her best friend in the house, Jen, her and Jen, like again,
they're just the two white girls in the house.
Exactly. But Jen's boy that she brought back, I guess.
Girl, that's on Jen. Jen, girl, get up. That's on you. And I feel bad for her because no one she doesn't have a lot of irons in the fire in the house. And she said it repeatedly, in the real world, I'm really hot. And I don't know why I'm not doing better here.
In the real world, I'm hot. I'm so confused.
Yeah, she's like, I swear to God, in the real world, I'm hot.
What is her job? She's a model? Is that what happened?
I don't know.
Yeah, I know. We're really having to reach for her.
Love Islander. Her job is bombshell.
Yeah.
That's what she puts on her taxes, bombshell.
It was sweet though when Melanie was talking to Anaya. That moment made me cry too. Actually,
that was really sweet.
When Anaya was crying and Melanie started crying, like trying to empower her back and being like, we're just in this like Stanford prison experiment. Like, this is not the real world. Like, remember, the real world is so much bigger. And obviously, yes, Casey is a piece of shit, but there's only like a limited amount. Like, this isn't real to a certain degree. In a way that I thought was, one, like, so sweet and affirming. And I really, I think we had talked about this before, but like, I'm really so taken with the friendships of the women on this season of Love Island because I feel like we really lacked that in last with the Alandria, I forgot the other girl's name, Shelly. Like, that season felt really put on and really forced the friendships. You don't really see too much conflict and resolution. You don't really see them like.
Well, all the conflict was Huda, and the resolution was nothing.
Yeah, well, even the way they co-signed Huda's behavior, I was like, y'all not real girls for that. But these girls, I feel like they really have such, specifically Melanie, Trinity, and Anaya and Kata. And sometimes even they let little Kenzie in there sometimes, but like their relationship is so lovely and I think like important to see. I like Friendship Island. I think it's sweet. I'm there for that.
I do too. However, when I saw Trinity and TT and Parmita and Kata chatting, talking, I said, no, I don't forgive and forget like that quickly.
Yeah.
Like, we share the dressing room. Like, we can hee-hee, but
I don't know. Yeah, that was a weak apology to me to be like, oh, like that was kind of out of pocket. Like,
even Anaya trying to like make amends with TT, I'm like, girl, you don't owe her anything. Just as she owes you nothing. I mean, she is the one who tried to buck up her chest and start talking back.
Yeah,
but otherwise, we don't need to be friends. We just can go our separate ways. And take Casey, please take him off my hands, girl. Take this man.
I'm like, y'all forget this is also like kind of a game show. Like, America is watching you move. Like, we gonna vote your ass off. Like,
yeah. Okay, if you could take someone off of your island, who would you remove?
Casey, of course. And girls, I mean, I guess TT, but again, good TV is good TV, so I don't know. Or maybe one of the whites.
Yeah,
the whites are so boring
taking off whoever Caleb's girl is. No, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to release Jen back into the real world.
Yes,
where she's, as she says, she does better.
Who's the boy you're getting rid of? Casey?
I would get rid of Corbin, honestly.
You don't like it? Something about him is fascinating to me.
I don't think he has like that many moves left. He's just so boring.
Yeah.
At least KC is like a demon sent, and I want eyes on him. Yeah. Like, I want eyes on him at all times, so he's not outside breaking some more hearts.
Yeah, that's actually like keep him in that villa and lock him in there. Yes, and like torment him in there. That's smart, actually. That's strategy. Wait, so what did you think about the twist of bringing the Casa boy, Casa girl back?
I'm happy for Carl. I like Carl and Anaya together.
Yeah, a lot.
And it's just really sad to me that I don't think Carl will like hold this against her or anything, but that she really had to see through the Casey stuff to the end to realize how much better Carl was for her.
That's a female experience.
Yeah. But the other girl, I liked, honestly, all the not chosen Casa girls. I thought they were all really cool.
Amora, I'm like, oh God. Free my sister Melanie from Sincere. Maybe this is what we'll do is bringing Amora back in, because that was Sincere's connection, right?
But then what else does Melanie, who is she going to go for? Oh, I miss Ronnie. Now, he was hot.
Ronnie's neck was a little short to me.
He had that one dark tooth too, but I could see through it.
Yeah, I mean, at least the Casa boys were hotter this season. Last season it was pretty dire.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they're bringing Carl back. I want that for Anaya. They're not going to be my winning couple, and I don't want America to over-index like we did with Amaya Papaya, and then remember, I feel like that one guy stood up for her, and then they became a couple, and everyone voted really for her more than them. But I don't want us to make that mistake again.
No, I don't think that's going to happen.
It'll be swirl Twitter. You won this round. Loving Virginia, you won again. Yeah. The rest of the boys, besides Bryce and even Zach, the rest of the boys, it's like, I'm covering my cup. Like, you are weird and sus and you make me uncomfortable. But I also can't wait to see what you do next. At least with Corbin. I don't know, something about Corbin.
I know, I think you just love Corbin.
I do a little bit.
Corbin
a big dummy. Love it. I love that shit. You know that.
He's like too dumb. If you bobble his head around like this, you just hear rocks.
I'm trying to nail his voice. He's like, Kenzie, like it's great. It's unreal. Imagine like he actually talks like this. Like it almost can't be. Like, is it
he
fake?
talks in slow motion. He's
underwater.
Yeah, very much so.
Oh my God.
Lives in a pineapple under the sea. Okay, but I want to know. So I think we're in alignment that Bryce and Trinity are the clear frontrunners. Yeah. Who do you think gets like first runner up?
Probably Kata and Zach. I feel like they're gonna be the ones that stay together because I almost said Sincere and Melanie because people like believe in their crazy stupid love. Yeah. Like low-key let them have it at this point if they just want to keep, treating each other crazy. Yeah. But I don't know if they'll stay together now that this new bombshell is back in. And like Melanie might not be, I think Melanie's gonna really hopefully wake up to how insincere Sincere is. So I hope that they break up and then I guess after that. Or maybe Anaya and Carl because people like want to believe in their love.
I want to say Melanie and Sincere if they can make it through movie night. Oh. Because I don't know. Movie night might be the nail in their coffin. Because I do like the idea of like a love story that like has all of these like twists and turns and she's making him, raising him to be a better man. And he's just stressing her out. Yeah. But I think Kata and Zach probably have it.
Bryce and Zach are probably going to be the real winners.
No, that would be funny. That would be funny if they're the runner-up.
I would actually love that. I mean, it was like America's first like throuple, and it's going to be like Bryce, Trinity, and Kata. Oh. But like, wait, really quickly. Did you see that scene when Zach was like making fun of Trinity for being like jealous? And she's like, I'm the one who sleeps in his bed every night, boo. And I was like, low-key like, oh, it's serious.
No, she doesn't play about.
No, it's serious.
She doesn't play about Bryce, and he doesn't play about Bryce.
Okay. Let's wake it up.
They see each other.
I love that. Bye for bye. That's a beautiful thing. Okay, can we be honest for a second?
Be honest.
I used to think that consistency in skincare was just impossible. Like, who has the time or money to do a 12-step routine?
No, I know what you mean because the second I'd miss a day or skip a step, I'd fall off completely. And it's like, does it have to be all or nothing when the all is so expensive?
No, I would just give up over and over again.
Then I found Naturium. I love the Glow Getter bundle. It is so affordable and it is the full package.
Okay, well, walk me through it then.
So you have the Glow Getter multi-oil body wash, which goes on like an oil but lathers up like a nice soap. And it also has a really nice scent, or you can get it unscented too.
And the Glow Getter body oil, it locks everything in. My skin looks healthy and hydrated. I mean, just look at the material.
That's what I love to hear. Naturium makes it so easy to use clinically effective skin-forward products. And you don't have to choose between great skin or breaking the bank.
Plus, they have the Consistency Club, which rewards you for staying on track. There's points for reordering. There's points for empties. I mean, they reward you just for showing up.
Give your skin the affordable, luxurious glow up it deserves. Go to Naturium.com/Lemme for 10% off your first purchase today.
That's Naturium.com/Lemme. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. Hunter, how are you doing this summer? What are your goals?
Girl, I'm trying to set some boundaries. Ever heard of them?
No, actually. Like I haven't.
I'm trying to finish The Artist's Way.
Yes.
I'm trying to, spend time with my dog, spend time in my apartment, soak up that AC, watch some movies.
Pay that rent. I might as well stay inside.
I might as well get my money's worth. Exactly.
I do struggle in the summer. I struggle with saying no to things. Because it's just so hot out. You see all the kids in the street and it's like, I want to be outside. But then I'm exhausted and I'm overwhelmed and I occasionally regret it.
Yes. I wanted summer so hard that I end up getting an attitude. Yeah. And I need to remind myself, okay, it's okay to take a break, to take some time for yourself, to just spend some time journaling, spend some time, I don't know, just kind of taking a moment, taking a beat.
Yeah. Well, that's where BetterHelp comes in. With access to over 30,000 therapists, I believe. I mean, we could talk these feelings out.
And BetterHelp does the initial matching work for you, so you can find a therapist and focus on sharing yourself and not trying to figure out who, what, when, where, who's the best person for you.
Yeah, and you actually brought this up in one of our episodes before. One of the hardest things you could do is find a therapist, and BetterHelp makes it easy.
You don't have to say yes to everything this summer. Find support in therapy.
Sign up right now and get 10% off at betterhelp.com/Lemme.
That's betterhelp.com/Lemme.
I love checking in with our girls. I love checking in with the pop girlies. They've been working. They be on their Zoom.
They have been working, especially class president.
I know.
Olivia Rodrigo.
She really is class president tease.
She is.
She has that. She got my vote. I would have voted for her a third time, But she released her new album. It's a full paragraph. You seem pretty sad for a girl so in love. That's beautiful, actually. Me resonating for the first time, being like, wait, that's amazing.
She has a way with words.
She
famously she's a songwriter.
Yes, and I love that about her. Do you have any like immediate favorite tracks?
Stupid Song, I love. Oh, so good.
Yes.
Nobody's Wanted Somebody More. Can't get enough of it. That one, The Cure. That is what a good single too. Kind of not what I expect from her.
Was that one of the first? What were the two singles that she put out before? Was The Cure one of them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. And What's Wrong With Me I like. And then the one that's You Plus Me equals Heart.
Equals Heart. That one's hard to say as a 32-year-old person sometimes.
Yeah, I don't love it. I'm 31, but I don't love it.
Oh, right. You got one more month of that. She's like, I got the youth vote, sorry. You Plus Me equals Heart. It's like, I wanted that to be my favorite song, but I am like a sad lesbian. So of course it's like, well, Purple, of course.
Oh, okay.
Purple makes me hold my little purse, makes me walk around and look at the world with different eyes. It's very beautiful. I really like that song. I really like Less, and I really like Stupid Song. Those are like my three.
I need to write Less down. I need to listen to that
get
one
into
again.
that. I will say it is giving like check in on your strong friend. Check in on your strong friend. Okay?
Girl, that's what everything she's doing is giving. And in the best way, though. In the best way. I like that her music has this central tension between being incredibly vulnerable, but also like really precise, like musically. Which I really like that about her.
I also really like the song that she has with Robert Smith.
Yeah. What's Wrong With Me?
Yeah.
I like that one a lot.
Was that in one of your top draft picks? Yeah. I really like that song, and I really love that she's kind of always with an old head in a way that I was like, yes, Olivia Rodrigo X the Smiths. Like, that's so funny.
Yeah.
She also, did she do a collab, or maybe she just did a performance with
Elvis Costello?
Yeah. I was like, okay, you know your her story. I like that. I like that in a woman.
You know, there was an old head that turned her back on Olivia.
Calling her an old head is crazy.
Well,
but name them.
No, I'm scared. There's already a red dot on my forehead. For what I'm about to say next. But I like this album a lot. I think I honestly prefer it to Sour.
Yeah.
Guts I like a lot, but when I listen to it for too long, I get a headache.
Yeah.
It's just a bit like pop punk to listen in one go.
Yeah. I can do the treadmill to Guts, and that's kind of it.
Yeah. If I ran, it would be like a good album to run to, but I don't run. But I know I like it a lot. I think right now it's kind of maybe album of the year top contender for me. I mean, I'm trying to think of what else has come out this year that I've returned to again and again like this.
Well, yeah, I feel like there's like songs that I've been, or like new artists that I'm kind of coming into, but like this album specifically was like almost no skips for me.
This is a body of work.
Yeah. I really like it a lot. And I will say like we spoke about this on Who Weekly, but I really am so behind her doing the Daisy Chain Fields Festival.
Oh, yeah.
With like, who were some of them before? It's Chaperone, period. Doechii, Cat's Eye. Even though they're under strife right now. Manon, I stand with you. I don't know. Santa Gold, love.
Yeah.
Sarah McLachlan, love. In the arms of... No, I lost my voice. Can't do all that. Mitski and Stevie Nicks are just like some of the people performing. Yeah. And I'm like... And it's no one's getting... I think she said no one's like gaining any profit from it.
I do like that she is casting herself as like a real lover of music.
Yeah.
And a real like student.
And a real girl's girl.
Yeah.
In a way that like in an industry that definitely tries to like pit, especially like young women against each other. And sometimes it works.
Or I was going to say, or literally dueling songs that pit each other against each other. Wow. Her and Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh my God.
Whatever happened to that boy?
I think he's gay.
Well.
Many such cases, I'll tell you that. I was like, you be torn up over a man. Guess what? He's gay. It happens more than you think.
Speaking of men, I was very happy to see that You Seem Pretty Sad for a Girl So in Love dethroned, like ended Drake's #1 album.
Oh, it did?
Run. Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Like it only for like 2 weeks it was
Wait, which of the albums that he released?
Oh my God. The one with the glove.
Oh, that's like
the Michael Jackson glove
thing. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh God, he's so. But low-key, I haven't like done a big Drake deep dive, but someone was like, couple hits on there.
Shebang is good.
Shebang is good. That was the
Shebang
only
is
song I
good.
feel like I've like generally listened to.
Shebang is good. The what's that girl? Sexy Red song is okay until Sexy Red gets on it.
Oh,
Well, many such cases. Okay, well, I want to talk about your girl,
which one?
Gracie Selena Myers Abrams.
Wait, why? Oh, the bob.
Not even a bob.
Or the-
It's simply a cropped cut. That's literally the exact haircut that
cute.
Selena Meyer gets in season 3 or 4 of Veep as a joke, and everyone's like, "You cannot do that. You cannot expect to be elected president with that hair."
Yeah.
Her past appearance, I thought her answer about nepotism was nice.
Oh, yeah,
I liked
yeah.
what she said about Audrey Hopert, who I adore.
Wait, but her answer to nepotism was basically like, yeah, I've been afforded like a lot of
Yes,
privilege.
because I didn't have to worry about money growing up.
Yeah.
I had a lot of time to pursue my art, which I thought, it's not that hard to say something that's like
Jamie
even
Lee Curtis.
halfway- Well, do you see someone in the comments was like, "Why does Hunter hate Jamie Lee Curtis?" Choose a reason.
Pick
Literally
one.
pick
I'll
one.
give you options.
Ugh.
But she'd be selling that Activia though, and those titties be sitting. That's all I'll give her. Everything else in God's hands. Yeah, I'm like, it's really easy to just be like normal about privilege.
Yeah.
In a way that everyone acts like no one's trying to kill you. We're just trying to get you to say something like to acknowledge it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like she has a good head on her shoulders, and I'm a Gracie Abrams apologist. I like her music. Hit the Wall is a good song. Can she sing live? Who cares? Who cares? Not me. I'm like, I like her music. I feel like every time I see someone like post about it, it's always on Close Friends being like, wait, this song kind of hits. I'm like, we got to start saying it on Maine.
Not on my
guys.
close friends.
No.
You know that. Now let's talk about her sister,
Which one?
Eskimo.
Oh.
Eskimo sister.
Phoebe Bridgers.
Yes.
I love what you did there. One thing Hunter gonna do, connect the dots. I love that. Me being like, where are you going next with this? It's so stupid. Okay, so I actually haven't listened to the new Phoebe Bridgers song because I just can't take that on right now.
Yeah.
It's like I'm still recovering from my Pride weekend. I can't press play at the moment, but it's there waiting for me.
Well, do you think that Paul Mescal presses play on Gracie's song or Phoebe's song first?
Do you want the truth or do you want to lie?
Well, I always want the truth.
This is a house of truths. I think we both know the answer. And I think it's always going to be, because he was a Phoebe fan first. That's how they met. Was because he like liked her music and they did an Instagram live together.
You're talking about Phoebe
COVID, I
and
think.
Gracie?
Oh, no,
Oh, Phoebe and Paul.
Paul,
Okay.
yeah. So he's been a stan. Mm-hmm. I don't know if he was a Gracie Abrams stan, but I mean, a stan of their love. I don't know if it's a stan of their music though.
Yeah.
But he seems like a good boyfriend that he would be like, press play, save.
I think
Like-
he's going to listen to, I think he's already heard Gracie's song. So he has to press play on Phoebe's and just see what's what. Just see what's tea.
Well, I mean, that's just like, maybe Paul reads as a yearner to me.
Yeah.
Right?
The star of Normal People? Yeah, I would say he's quite the yearner.
That photo of him looking at Miss Girl while standing with Phoebe.
Oh,
Yeah.
well. I mean, their love is written in the stars.
You think so? You think they're like actually in love?
I don't think they're actually in love, but it's
I
like
don't
kind of
think
like
that
a
either.
Leo Kate thing to me, where it's like, oh, you're just like, we'll be friends for your entire lives.
Okay, that's
especially like
beautiful.
becoming famous and like the vacuum of COVID and
Yeah.
making this show that like everyone in the world watched at that time. Yeah.
But there, you missed my real girl.
Carly Rae, because I love the Carly Rae song. Love the
That's
Carly
a
Rae
woman that
song.
works.
Oh my! Now, when I say mother delivers every time,
Every time.
God is good all the time, and all the time God is good.
And I've always said that, Hunter. You know that about me.
I love Miss Jepsen.
Yeah, I will say it's been a while. I've missed her. She
Yeah.
hasn't put out a track in a minute, right?
No, she hasn't.
And I love I forgot the name of the album, but the one that has Run Away With Me on it.
Oh yeah.
That's a good song to hit the treadmill on, by the way. But I was talking about Somber.
Oh, you know who else loves Somber?
Who?
Taylor Swift. She's always talking about Somber Girl.
Well, I was with her on the first half when she was like, he's a great songwriter. And then the second half is where, then we lost me, which was like, her being like, he's a great songwriter and it makes space for women to write
Oh
songs
yes,
too.
yeah. Well, when he says stuff, it makes it okay for like women to say stuff. Professional songwriter.
So close. So close.
But so Somber, new album, what's
New
the
song.
New song. Oh,
Yeah, and new music video.
okay.
And just like twink representation is really important. Or I guess, I wonder,
Do you know his alphabet?
straight.
Okay.
He's straight. But I thought that like, because, I mean, he's so skinny, twink, but then I was like, twunk I don't know if twunk is the same as, so we're about to do some gay math. So there's a stud, then there's a stud. Yeah, make sure you get that pen. Get that pen and paper. So stud.
Yeah.
That's like a short, black,
I know what a
most
stud
black,
is,
masculine. You know stud.
Yeah.
And then there's a stem, which is like a taller, more masculine lesbian.
Okay.
So I'm wondering if it's the same for twinks, a skinny, white gay with a switch in his hip. Normally white, not always white. And then I'm like, is a twunk the tall version of that?
Oh,
Let us know
sorry.
in the comments. Because I don't know if a twunk is like a little bit beefier, but still skinny, like a little meat on his bones. You know?
But if I carry the 2,
and then divide by 6, and then
no.
you might have a
Well, I have twink over twunk.
twink over twunk.
Yeah.
Equals.
Well, but then we have to do
Stem
the
over stud.
parentheses. But we have to do the parentheses.
Oh, PEMDAS. You're doing PEMDAS.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I almost forgot about PEMDAS. PEMDAS was that girl. Mm-hmm. She taught me a lot.
Always is. Always has. That's the only thing in math I know how to do.
No,
that
same,
and
literally.
matrices.
Yeah.
Wish it were different. Well, I someone will correct us.
I'm so glad. Yeah, let us know if a twunk is the
Check your
same
math.
thing as a stem. But I just really like his songwriting. He's a total weirdo. I think he's gonna be a great fashion girl. He already is. But yeah, I just love like a 21-year-old yearner. Mm-hmm. And so I get what I get.
I was one once upon a time.
I'm still one. You know that about me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we do have to talk about his stan, Taylor Swift.
Yes.
And that MSG wedding. What are your thoughts, predictions, feelings?
Well, I have a lot of thoughts.
Always
you know
do.
me.
Thinking.
I'm always
Got that
holding court.
noggin.
I'm always holding court. Okay, no, I read about this for the newsletter, hunterharris.substack.com. I love MSG. You know, it's about me. I'm a big geek when it comes to MSG. And I think there is something really sort of sinister about using MSG, especially after the Knicks win, where it's like that's like the billing address of the New York Knicks. Like that's the central eye of every Knicks fan's fandom. To turn into like a private ballroom there's like some, and I get, someone was telling me like, well, people get married in like libraries all the time or whatever, but that's different. That's like part of not a purpose of the library, but that's like a common use.
Right.
This is a complete anomaly. And I think it's even weirder if they make it into like, we just need a secure location. It's like a black box thing. Like we don't need to make it MSG.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, well, then why not Javits? Why not like, I don't know, fucking BAM. Why not anything? Like, why make it MSG, which feels to me more like a real ballast of living in New York City than like just a landmark like Radio City or Empire State Building or whatever. Then what's the purpose if you don't really feel connected to like the city? So yeah, I don't love it. I don't love it as an idea.
Yeah. I'm also sorry. I was cracking up just then when you were like, why not Javits? Goddamn BAM. Like it was like so, you had such a good vocal stim in that. Why not Javits? But it's a little corny, it's a little tacky, but she is a little corny and a little tacky. So like in this weird way, it doesn't shock me, I guess.
This is beyond corniness or tackiness to me. I think it's like indecent. It's it's unbecoming of a New York City woman, which I think she considers herself.
Yeah, I would consider her to be.
Yeah, of course. Welcome to New York. And that's the part that's like, oh, it's like bringing California girls to a Knicks game. It's like, eh.
Well, yeah. How did you feel about that actually? When
I said by my sisters.
You all 10 toes.
But it doesn't. I don't know. It's just like kind of like. I mean, okay, I guess.
Okay. Well, speaking of maybe the opposite, Dua Lipa's wedding. What was your feelings about class and couth there?
Well, you say the opposite. However, Callum Turner's hand on her ass in every single photo. Girl,
I can't blame him. Sorry, that was Corbin coded. That was very
really,
Corbin. I'm so sorry. I've been watching too much my Coco Melon show. I've been watching too much. Sorry, I'm gonna be a woman again.
I need to watch your screen time. That's
It's
crazy.
bad. It was bad.
Yes, I mean the wedding looked nice. I guess.
Yeah.
It's like exactly what you want of a pop star wedding.
Yeah, I mean, I will say maybe not the wedding itself, but like, good God, leave them alone. But every photo I see of Dua Lipa and Callum Turner, I'm like, when is my time? When will it be me? It's
For
like,
marriage?
Well, I'm acting like I'm one trying to date at all. No, but more so like them just seeming like so in love and looking so sexy while doing it. Just reading books, laying on top of each other. That was so sweet. That photo, did you see that of her like kind of planking him low key?
They love books. They love to read together.
And I love a literate man. Literary Women's like, of course, we know. But their origin story, right there.
The Foley of
Right
you
there.
like doing this.
Oh, give me the good
so
stuff.
Funny to me.
Pop that, all of it. I'm euphoria on their love. It's like the reading the same book and being on the same page. Or he said like, I
something
guess
like
we're on the
that.
same page. Bitch, that's a bar. And white men never have those. Drake taking notes. No, it was, I believe in their crazy love.
I do too. I mean,
Happy for them.
she needs, and I'm sure he takes good photos of her.
Oh, I bet he does.
Yeah.
And I bet at the very least, she's coached him.
Yeah, for sure. She's
You're gonna have to be shoot from the hip. Thank you. Because her grid posts be going off.
Yes,
Perfect dumps.
I want to have one vacation like Dua Lipa has a vacation.
You do. Don't let her lie to you, folks. She be catching flights, not feelings.
You know who else has been catching a flight?
Who? Oh,
Simone.
it's time
Club
to talk about
Chalamet.
it. It's time to talk about it.
Club Chalamet was attacked. There was an attack on Club Chalamet.
This is CNN suddenly. Like,
Club Chalamet was attacked.
tell the people what happened.
Did you see that one tweet that was like a Parisian non-binary attacked Club Chalamet outside of Connor Story's hotel?
Just like that sentence alone. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Club Chalamet was attacked. They were not. My thing is, okay, so you're both outside of Connor Story's hotel. You're both
weird.
baking in the sun, waiting for someone to just walk from a door into a car, and yet Club Chalamet was doing that in a weird way, and then this.
Oh, sorry, you're doing it a normal way?
And this other fan, right, took it upon themselves to assail Club Chalamet. And I do just want to think about the logic in some ways that the assailant said, well, Connor's security was notified that she was going to be there. Like, I had let them know.
Yeah.
So the security knew, but then you also had to intervene yourself? They couldn't do it? I'm confused. No.
Suddenly you're employed.
Right.
I'm like, okay. Oh, wait, that sounded crazy. Oh, suddenly you have a job? Well, you clearly don't if you're outside Connor Story's apartment.
And the
or hotel.
assailant was there at the airport the day before, apparently, too. And
People
it's
have
weird.
time I've never heard of.
Well, yes. But one thing about Club Chalamet, she's got money. She's got that adult dollar.
She said, I ain't broke like y'all.
No. And because, I mean, remember when she got Warner Brothers stock?
There's no one doing it like her, I fear.
No.
Derogatory AF and sometimes
Her
complimentary.
full SPF protective mask. Like, you cannot make her up. You can't make her up.
Yeah, I was like, this is AI could never. I'm like, this is a real woman. It was, that was a little crazy to me, but also like I felt badly for her. I mean, I don't really think about her as much as maybe others in the space with us, but I was like, okay, like they said that she charged at Connor Story.
Allegedly, but then in the video that someone posted, it doesn't even seem like there's like a space to do that.
Yeah.
It was all weird. And I do think that people react to Club Chalamet. There are so many things, with her that I don't respect, agree with, whatever. However,
transphobia, Zionism, yes, of course.
racism, homophobia.
All of it. The charcuterie board of
no, she's really an amuse-bouche, if you will. It's her and Alana. They see each other. But there's a way that people react to her that's like such disgust. Like, how dare this 60-something Black woman participate in the internet in a way that I'm like, you wouldn't have that same energy if she were
like white and young.
40 years younger.
White and young and non-binary.
Yeah.
Just like her attacker. But like, I don't know. I was like, everyone that's judging her, like, but you're online too like this.
Yeah,
you're
you're
acting
on the
just
path.
like her.
Yeah.
You're on the path. Yeah, keep it up. You ain't never getting that job. No, it's really crazy. I don't know.
She can be on the path.
Yeah.
Are you still on your Rhode Island Housewives journey?
Absolutely, I am.
Oh my, I love it. I love it. And I haven't tapped into the second half of the reunion yet.
You finished?
I watched the first half twice. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I meant like a couple episodes I pressed over, but
No.
oh, this is a woman who works. Oh,
I'm
Lord.
so tapped in. Have you even gotten to the fight between Joellen and Liz, where Liz is like bumping her chair?
Oh, no, I got to where Joellen, they're at like a racetrack, maybe like for horses or whatever, and they're like going up to what's her name again, being like, Rula again, being like, your husband is cheating again. Here's a video, here's a photo.
Thing,
yeah.
In the
I'm like
video.
there. Yeah.
It's crazy because in real time, there's like more drama that is going down. Oh. I'm tapped into that. I'm tapped into I watched, I read a summary of Wes Summerhouse on that podcast talking about how much he lied during the reunion. Surprise, surprise.
Oh,
And those are all my updates.
I love that.
Yeah, just sharing with the group.
I haven't had time to watch some TV
you
because
have
I've
been pursuing
doing a different kind of job.
Yes, you've been pursuing your passion
Called being
and
gay.
living in your truth,
Someone had to.
and that is very bold and admirable.
Pride weekend will kill a woman. Just
I
so
hear it
you
in your
know.
voice, said with love.
Thank you. I'm kind of trying to reframe it as like sexy, but I think it's just like
it is.
suffering.
Well,
Two things could be true. It could be sexy and suffering.
to
just
be
so you
sexy
know.
is to suffer.
Whoa. That's powerful.
And you know what? I'll leave it there.
That was actually, and let's sit with that as a class, as an audience.
Well,
that was beautiful.
We'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week. Hopefully suffering a little less, but still
But still sexy.
looking sexy, always.
Let me